and then I'll give you the copy.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I have recorded it already. Okay, so let's continue our, as I said, our objective for today is merely to navigate through the different data sources. So as I asked you a while ago, if you have used Wanda, so I think this is the first time for you to use that. The disadvantage of Wanda is that it will only give us up to 180 days of historical data. So I think we can explore other databases where we can download more than 180 days of CNY and PHP exchange rate.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about Fred? Have you used Fred before?
No, sir.
Okay. Fred is also a very huge database. So that's the Federal Reserve from St. Louis. Okay, I suggest, Frank, that you Google it. Fred
Yes, sir.
database. Okay, you have, wow, you'll be amazed at how huge this database is, and it's for free. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So this
Sir,
is.
can you please press continue? There are screen block in the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Screen block?
This meeting is being recorded. You just need to press continue. Sorry, it's my, sorry, it's my. Yeah. Thank you.
So
thank
it's
you.
your screen, not my screen.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. No problem, Frank. Okay. I hope before the end of the term we'll be able to meet in person.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Imagine finishing the term without us even having coffee together and exchanging stories.
Yes. I hope. Yeah, I hope so, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's plan that. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that. So, who do you live with?
I live alone.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. In Manila. We're in Manila.
Malati.
Malate.
Not far from DISU.
Oh, I see.
But I work in BJC.
That's quite far.
Yeah, every day.
Do you drive or do you commute?
No, I just ride Angas.
Angkas, yeah.
Yeah, Angas.
So how much do you pay per one way?
One way is 110.
Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah.
It's fast. Instead of using the bus, which will take you very long.
Yeah,
but with Angkas, that's quite fast. How many minutes with Angkas?
35 minutes around.
Okay, not bad.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is Fred. Okay, you have several data you can download here, and it's free. Okay, so Fred stands for Federal Reserve Economic Data. I think that's the complete name, Federal Reserve. And imagine 815,000 US and international time series from 107 sources. Okay, so that's a huge database. And as I said a while ago, what's good about this is that it's free. Okay, this is a free database, so you can for example, let's go to the popular series. You can download the inflation rate, treasury bills, okay, in CPI, consumer price index for US, and I think also for other countries, but mostly for USA data, GDP, okay, etc. So that's we'll try also to download some as a practice some data from Fred, okay, and of course Yahoo Finance. Before we can download stock prices from Google, but they don't allow it anymore. You can still see the stock prices, but it's no longer downloadable. Do you know that, Frank?
Yes, I just aware today.
Yeah. Okay. But for Yahoo, you can still download. I hope they don't change their policies.
Yes, they develop a package, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So When we use the get symbols from the quant mode, it is extensible, it's straightforward, and it's very easy to add data sources. When you use get symbols, the default is that it returns an XTS object. Are you familiar with XTS objects?
No, sir.
Okay, so later on when we download, I'm going to show you what's the difference between a data frame and an XTS object. So that's one difference between Quandl and Quantmod. When you download from Quandl, the default is you're going to have a data frame. When you use Quantmod, the default is you'll be able to download an XTS object. Okay. But that's only the default. You can of course download it as a different type of object, not necessarily it's called extensible time series. Okay, X stands for extensible time series. Okay, which is quite similar to, there's another object called zoo, ZOO, which is also a time series. And XTS actually came from that object zoo. Okay, so this is very useful for when you do analysis with time series. Okay, so you can import data in two ways. Okay, one is use the normal function get symbols, or you can create an object just like when you use the load function in base R, but we're not going to use the load function here. Okay, so this is an example, Frank. I don't think you need more explanation for this, because as you mentioned, you already used this before. So for example, if you use get symbols, the function from Quantmod, okay, and then let's download Alibaba, okay, source Google. If we try this, okay, it gives us an error term. Okay, it says that Google, downloading data from Google is already defunct. Okay, since March 2019. Okay, you can no longer. That's why before 2018, I was still able to download financial data from Google, but now we cannot do that. Okay, so what we can do is we can import data from Yahoo Finance. Okay, so here it says here get symbols QQQ. Are you familiar with this sticker symbol QQQ?
Yes, sir. I heard it before.
Okay, this is an index. Okay, and it's actually an exchange traded fund. It tracks what? Do you know what it tracks?
Sir, what?
Do you know what are the stocks it tracks? TRACKS. What are the stocks that it tries to imitate?
Sir, I don't know, sir.
Okay, the answer is it's Nasdaq 100. So the
yeah.
QQQ ETF, exchange traded fund, tries to follow the Nasdaq. You're familiar with Nasdaq, right?
Yes, sir. I know that.
It's an index, and Nasdaq 100 are the top 100 tech companies globally. Of course, US plus the other companies. So global companies. So it's the top 100 companies. So the QQQ index tries to imitate the Nasdaq 100. Okay, so we can get the prices for this, get symbols, and then we look at the structure, and then we print at least the first 6 rows. Are you familiar with the head function, Frank?
Yes, I know that.
Okay.
Head is a sim like in Python is a PD. It's also head. Head and describe is a sim. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but the head just gives us the first 6 rows of your data set.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's run the whole chunk. Not this one, because this does not work, right? So let's just run this. Okay. So we now have this QQQ. Okay. And this is the structure of QQQ. And if you take a look at this, it tells us that this is an XTS object. Okay, it's an XTS object. Okay, and it gave us the price of this index from January 3, 2007, which is the default. Okay, but of course you can get the prices before this, and the default is up to now, July 13, 2021. Okay, so it's a numerical data. There are 3,657 observations, and there are 6 columns. Okay, the 6 columns are open, high, low, close, volume, and adjusted. Okay, and it's the time zone is universal. I think this is what's you this is United Time. It has something to do with the time zone in the US. Okay, and if you look at the data, the first 6 rows, you have the open, high, low, close. That's why this is called the OHLC. Have you heard of that term, Frank?
OHLC, sir.
Yes.
I haven't heard about it.
OHLC stands for, okay, OHLC. So if you see this, in fact, it's a function. It means open, high, low, close.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so OHLC means, because that's the type of output that Quantmod gives us. The opening price, the opening, the highest, the lowest, and the closing price. Okay, it also gives us the volume and the adjusted price. Okay, so this is what the head function gives us. Okay, we can, of course, we can look at the function via the spreadsheet. You can use view. Okay, you're familiar with this, Frank, the view function. Okay. Have you used this before, Frank, the view?
Yes, I might use it before, sir.
Okay, so if you view this, okay, you notice now that it's now here in our spreadsheet. Okay, so this is your open, high, low, close, volume adjusted. Okay, what do you notice about this data set, Frank?
Sir, is that possible if I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, of course, of course.
Sure.
I hope I know the answer.
Yeah, thank you very much. I saw the one we are loading from our package, right, sir?
Yeah.
What about if we load from Excel? Can we still run that?
Yeah. You mean to say we're going to we have the data in Excel, and then we're going to load it in R?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, of course, we can do that. We can do that.
Sir, yes, sir. And they also have a function. I used it before, but I lost it. They also have a function when we just use the mouse to like copy, and then we put something in R, and then no need to load anymore. Just it will automatically from the I remember clipboard function in R.
Clipboard function.
Yeah, no need to load anymore. Just before load, just copy. Go Excel, copy first. Any file, whether Excel or TXT, any file we just copy, and then there are clipboard function in R. Can paste it.
I haven't used that clipboard function.
Yeah, I call it clipboard function. There are code for it.
But it's not clipboard.
I remember clearly we need to write clipboard in R.
There's a function called clipboard there.
Yeah.
Okay, we can see this. Okay, let's see. Clipboard. Okay, it does not give us base connections, back, utils, get clipboard formats. Okay, so this is to read, write to from the, okay. So it is from the utils package, okay? Utils package, and then get clipboard formats. Okay, there. I haven't used this before, but thank you, Frank, for telling me about this. Read,
Thank-
write to from the Windows clipboard. So you have to start from Windows, right? And
Yeah.
then copy to R.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the details and maybe some examples here. Okay, let's see. You see also file. Okay, maybe I'll explore this, okay?
Yes, sir.
So thank you for sharing this.
Thank
What
you,
I
sir.
know is if you have an Excel file, you can easily import it to R, whether it's Excel or SPSS file or sub, which is a SAS file, or yeah, SAS. What's the other one? The
Stata.
Stata. Yeah, sorry,
Thank you,
I,
sir.
I forget Stata. You know, it's been years since I used Stata. I think
Yes.
I got biased to using R.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time since I used to really master SPSS and Stata. But then when I got to use R often, I stuck to it. Okay, even I used Python before a bit, no, but I need to review my Python. Okay, because I've forgotten it. I think I got biased with R.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So thank you for this. I'm going to explore this and try to learn what you're saying about clipboard. Okay. Was that your concern? Any other concerns about this? Frank, feel free to ask questions. Okay. So
Oh, thank you, sir.
what we want is for this to be a learning journey. Okay. You know what
Yeah.
a learning journey is?
Yeah, I understand,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm not the I'm more of the uh, well, we learn together in this process. Okay, so because I know you're not a you I know you have prior knowledge also, which you can also share with me. Okay, and that's what's good about this exercise that we have. We learn together.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
that's good.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
good. That's good. Okay, so we were here, right? We looked at QQQ. Now back here, you notice something different about this. What's so what seems to be so different about this data? You notice the date. Where do you find the date?
Left side, sir.
Yeah, it's not a variable. You notice that there's no variable called date.
They did not write data there, right, sir?
So what's the first column? The first column, the
It's
first
open.
variable is open, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Usually in other data sets, you'll have a column for date, like in
Yes.
Excel, right? In
Yes, sir.
Excel, you'll have one column for date, and then you have the open, high, low, close, volume, which is the number of shares, and then the adjusted price. So here, the date is an index. Okay, you notice it's not part of the variable. It's not a variable. Okay, it's an index. Okay, so this is the nature of an XTS object, extensible time series, or a zoo object. The time, the dates are not part of the variable. They are indices. They're index. Okay, so this is one advantage because you don't have to work with the dates anymore. Don't have to manipulate the dates. As compared later on, if we have time, we're going to download some data from Quandl, and you'll see that in Quandl, when you download financial or econometric information, it's in the form of a data frame. And a data frame, in a data frame, the date is treated as a variable. Okay, got that, Frank? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I hope I'm clear. I hope I'm not going too fast.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good. All right, so let's proceed. Okay, these are other examples. Have you used Alpha Vantage before?
Yes, I used it before for
Okay.
the portfolio VS benchmark.
Oh, I see. Did you use this in a particular subject?
Sir, I just actually, sir, it's uh, for my VBE. I
Oh,
for my, for my assignment. I did
okay.
that one, but not happy. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So you know that you have to register first with Alpha Vantage, right?
Yes, sir.
And once you have your key, you can also use get symbols. So get symbols is a function of Quantmod, and from our previous example, we used Yahoo Finance, right? Here we're going to use Alpha Vantage. So as I showed you a while ago, uh, notice by the way, Frank, here we just use get symbols. Okay, I did not use any other uh, parameters. Like I did not say here, source is equal to Yahoo, just like this. Here, source is equal to Google. Here, I did not say source is equal to Yahoo. and and get symbols and quant mode will understand that I'm telling them, I'm giving them instructions to get it from Yahoo Finance because Yahoo Finance is the default source. Okay, so that's why I didn't state here source is equal to Yahoo. Okay, but here below, here, okay, so in order to make this work, you need your API key. Okay, so I will leave this to you as an exercise. Okay, so you try to get QQQ, source is equal to Alpha Vantage, and then you have to supply here your API key. Okay, so this is your application programming interface. Okay, you have which Alpha Vantage will provide for you if you haven't registered yet. But since you've used this before, then you should have your API key with this. Okay, and then you'll get the same output. You'll be able to get the QQQ uh, prices. Okay, so these are other examples. You can get Alibaba, you can get Microsoft, you can get Google. Okay, so let's do this. So as you know, the object here will be written here. So this is already, the object has already been loaded, Baba. Okay, and if you look at the description, it's an XTS object. Okay, also Google. Notice that the default start date is July 3, 2007. For Alibaba, it started listing, I think it's September 19, 2014. That's why it gives us as a start date September 19, 2014. Then Microsoft, okay, we can look at this. If you click this, so it generates this. Again, since we used get symbols from the quant mode, we notice again that this is an XTS object as defined here. This is an XTS object. So Baba, open, high, low, close. It's an OHLC object, right? OHLC plus the volume plus the adjusted prices. Okay, so this is the nature of the data that we get when we use the quant mode function. Okay, then we have Google and then Microsoft. Okay, so you notice that we got the stock prices separately. Okay, then later on, maybe in the next session, we will have a brief review of Arima, okay, and Garch. We're going to use Quant Mode plus the other packages where we model the time series. By the way, Frank, what software did you use in the PDF that you showed a while ago?
That one,
Yes.
MATLAB.
Oh, MATLAB. Okay. MATLAB. Did you learn MATLAB in China or was it here?
Sir, when you do the MATLAB, actually the function in MATLAB is stronger than Python and R.
Yeah.
MATLAB can make a
But it's
3D
also,
model.
but it's really coding, right?
It's the easiest coding in the world, but
Really?
the function is very strong. Yeah.
Oh,
very
really?
strong.
So maybe you should also
the back-
teach. But the software, I think the software is not free. You'll have to buy it, right?
I think for professor it's free.
Oh, really? Okay, let me explore that. Okay, let me explore that. I know MATLAB. I've heard of it, but I have never had the experience to try it. Okay, so
Sir?
yes,
Sir,
Frank.
may I
Yes?
ask a question?
Sure,
Sir?
go ahead. Sure, go ahead.
Sir, regarding the forest exchange,
Yes.
is that possible to write an analysis? I mean, there have no company no company report. So how to write an analysis for forest analysis?
For Forex.
I will forgot this question. That's why I'm asking. No.
Sorry, I didn't get your question. What do you mean by analysis? You mean the movement?
Yeah, like to predict the net. Like for example, if we know the 10 years data from any source, yeah, we can predict it, but we also can write something, right, sir, for analysis based on the word like that. We can write an analysis, right, sir?
Okay. Yes, I think so. For the analysis,
But
maybe what I agree with you what you said a while ago. You can do forecast. Okay, maybe let's say it's a daily data. Maybe you can forecast for the next 30 days. Okay, based on historical data. So I don't know what. Maybe you can use maybe ARIMA. Maybe you can use ARIMA also for that in order to forecast. For yes, Frank.
Sir, is there any website reference I can learn from any website to write an analysis for forest rate?
Oh, I'm not aware, but maybe I'll put that down here. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So you're interested in looking at. Let me wear my glasses.
To write a report.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This one, right? How to analyze Forex data.
Yeah, to write a report. Yeah, like for example, CNY and the PHP like that, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, there actually have a function in R. You can just pick the date, which date you want for the one you showed me a while ago, right? We can pick. Actually, there are functions we can pick the date.
Yeah. You have to include the from and the to.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to include. Sorry for this, Frank, because I was assuming that this was new to you, so I didn't put so much details first. But towards the end, there will be more details, and also the next part will be will be deeper. Okay, I didn't want to assume that you already know about this, because you might get angry at me.
No, sir. I will never do that.
That's joking.
I just learn from you, sir. Yeah.
No, just joking, Frank.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you.
I want us to have fun while learning. Okay.
Yes, thank you, sir.
I don't want this to be one way learning. For me, I believe that you have something to share with me also. So I'd like it to be a two-way learning for both of us. And
I appreciate, sir. You can like help me my questions, sir.
yeah, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I don't claim to know all the answers. Okay, I'll be honest with you.
Yes, sir.
I might not know all the answers, but maybe we can answer your questions together.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
is that fair?
Yeah, yes, yes. I appreciate. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. So let's continue with this one. Let's see how far we can get. Okay. So as I said a while ago, we can use Wanda. But if we try this, the first one, get symbols. So this is the exchange rate between British pound and the Canadian dollars. And then the source is Wanda. If we do this, okay, it will not work. So did you get this error in get symbols Wanda? It's not able to find the get symbols using Wanda. Did you get the same result, Frank?
Yes.
Okay, but there's a way to go about this. I noticed that if we use if use an object for for the exchange rate, for the relationship between GBP and Canadian dollars. So we're creating here a name, okay, currency pair, and the currency pair stands for the relationship between the pounds and the Canadian dollars. And then use this name here in get symbols, source is Wanda, then we'll be able to get the exchange rate. Okay, so let's try this. If I run this, control enter. Okay, so it worked. Okay, you now have this GBP Canadian object. Okay, and the structure of that is it okay, GBP. It's an XTS object also. Notice it's that it just starts with January 16, January 16, 2021, up to July 13, 2021. There are 179 or 180 observations for this because that's the default of one that it will only give us up to 180 data points. Okay, 180 observations. Okay, if we access this, so this is your exchange rate from this January 16, 2021 up to here, July 13, 2021. Okay, maybe let's try if we have if we can get here CNY and okay, let's
Yes,
see.
sir.
Let's try. So let's insert
Yes, sir.
insert a script. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, before we do that, Frank, let's answer this. How many exchange rates back in time are we given? We're given up to 180.
100. Yeah.
Yeah, 180 days back. No? If we try to change it, okay, so get symbols currency pair from is equal to use a system's date in the computer minus 300. Okay, so that means 300 days before up to use the date now, system's date, source Wanda. If we try this, so let's try to run this code, control enter. Okay, so it tells us that Wanda only provides historical data for the past 180 days. Okay, so I haven't explored, maybe you'll need a premium account with Wanda. Okay, because of course you can download more data from them if you subscribe to their data set, to their database. Okay, but for this free data, We're only given up to 180 days. All right, so let's see if we can get the 180 days of between CNY and PHP. Let's see. Okay, let's call this currency pair 1. So this is CNY. Structure, you notice that for this structure, you remove the bar, you remove the forward slash, and the Quandl will already understand that. So let's see, this should be 1. Okay, so we created an object called currency pair 1. It's a relationship between Chinese yuan and Philippine peso. So get symbols, currency pair 1, source Wanda. And then let's get the structure. So let's run this, let's see. Yeah, there is. So we have this one. Okay, so let's access it. So from January 16, 2021, up to today, up to yesterday, 7.74. But it's only 100, I think it's only 100. So where's that? Let's take a look at the structure. Only 179. 179 observations. Yeah, but at least it's better than just one.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, and do you still need that information? Maybe I can also ask my friends who have access to Bloomberg, because definitely Bloomberg will give us data way back, dating back.
Sir,
yes.
actually, you encourage, actually, you opened my mind.
Why?
So what I did is in website, but when it comes to R, I believe there are. No, I'm not sure. I will try if there are more data.
Yeah. If there are what? Sorry.
More
data.
I tried before.
Okay.
It's in website. Yeah, it's in website. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and you tell me what you discovered, okay?
Yeah, I will try if I can find. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We will be exchanging stories here about what we discover. Okay, that's why I said it should be a two-way learning process.
Yes, sir. There also have a way to download from Bloomberg, sir.
From R?
Do they need like from you mentioned
in Bloomberg
from what?
Yeah, if you get data from Bloomberg, you have to have subscription. That's why and those that can afford subscribing to Bloomberg are big companies like let's say banks. So if you work for a bank, for example, you work for a particular division where you work on data, definitely you'll be able to get information, lots of data.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I'll ask around. So you need that data, Frank.
Sir, sir.
Yes.
Do you regarding this code? Do you think we can change the order to Yahoo Finance?
Which one?
This one, the one we are running. This one. The Onada. Do you think we can change the Onada to Yahoo Finance?
Oh, but but this is not a ticker symbol. Okay, I don't think Yahoo Finance gives exchange rates. Yahoo Finance gives us stock prices, indices, but not exchange rates. Maybe let's try to see. Yeah, let's see. Let's explore. Why don't we do that now? Okay. Can we get exchange?
Sir.
Yes.
They have
They
actually,
have?
but
Okay,
they
let's see.
have, but only one day. Yeah,
Only one day.
yeah.
Okay. Currency
This
converter.
suppose can
But
yeah.
I think it's only a currency converter.
They also have historical data, sir.
It
I
has also
tried before.
historical data. Okay, let's
Yeah,
see.
we suppose can download it, but only one day.
Only one day.
Yeah,
Okay. I
they are
don't.
showing many days, but cannot. Maybe the bug of the website. Others can, but only currency cannot.
Yeah, maybe that will be part of our assignment. Okay.
Yes.
So let's try to. Let's see. I'll also put that as a note. Okay, here as a question also. Okay. Good questions, Frank. They're very good questions.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate your questions. Can
Thank you,
we
sir.
download uh, exchange rates in Y Finance? Okay, so that I'll remember some of the questions that we have. Okay, so far so good, Frank. I'm enjoying this. Okay, it's like learning together. It's like we're classmates and then we're going through this together. I hope you like the environment uh, now. I hope you're liking what the
Thank you, sir.
environment that we're into.
I
Yeah.
appreciate, sir. I
Thank you
appreciate.
also, Frank. I really
Yeah.
that that means that we really have to meet before the term ends, so that we can at least see each
Yes,
other.
sir.
Yeah, I would look forward to that. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Are your how are your parents, by the way? Sorry for asking. I just want to
Yes,
know
sir.
your parents are okay in China.
Yes, sir. Me too.
I mean, how are your parents? Are they okay? Hello, Frank.
Sir, what?
Sorry, I was asking you how were your parents? I said I hope they're okay in
Yeah,
China.
there have no more coronavirus anymore in China.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so where are
My
they?
parents, yeah, they are all in China.
Which part of China?
Yeah, is from Shandong.
Shandong.
Yeah,
Is that far from Beijing or far from Shanghai?
2 hours by train,
Oh, 2 hours by train to Beijing.
but from Beijing.
From Beijing, okay.
Yeah, 4 hours by train from Shanghai. Yeah,
Oh, I see. So when you go home, which plane do you take?
usually go Beijing.
Beijing,
It
okay, and
will
then
be, yeah,
you take the train.
yeah, take the train.
Okay, okay. All right. So let's continue. Okay. So for this one, Frank, you can actually download. You can download several stock prices at the same time. You just use. Are you familiar with the C function?
Yeah, it's like equal function, sir.
It's like what?
It's like equal function.
Equal?
Yeah.
Or okay, but it's more of the like concatenate or combine.
Oh, yeah.
So you
Yeah.
combine. I think this is wrong. This should be BABA. So it should be this one. We're combining the Baba, the Google, the Amazon, the MSFT, and are you familiar with this? The circumflex, then GSPC.
GSPC equals to SP500. I saw you
Yes,
right
yes.
here. Yeah.
Okay, that's correct. You're very smart, huh?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so you can download prices uh, at the same time. Okay, all at the same time. So this one, because a while ago we downloaded prices individually, one at a time. You can combine. You can do the combine function or the concatenate function. to download the stock prices. Okay, so we won't run this, but anyway, let's run it. So if I run this, okay, so you have now, it downloaded Baba, it superseded, it overwrote the Baba, the Google, the Amazon, Microsoft, and it also generated the GSPC. GSPC, that's the Standard and Poor's, okay? S&P 500. Okay. So if we continue, now what we did before was to automatically let Quantmod via the get symbols function to create these objects, Google, GSPC, Microsoft, QQQ. But we can, if you want, you can give another name to your object. So we use, there are two ways to do this. The auto.assign is equal to false. Okay, because the default is auto.assign is equal to true. And when we use auto.assign is equal to true, it means that the object that will be created will be the ticker symbol that we're using for the function. Okay, let me repeat that because I might have talked too fast. Okay, so if we go back here, you notice that, oops, have we done this? Frank?
Not yet, sir.
Yeah, I don't think we have done this, okay?
Not yet, sir.
All right, so sorry about that.
It's from another.
Yeah, this is from FRED, the Federal Reserve economic data, which is from the St. Louis Reserve Bank something. Okay, so this is from FRED. You can get the GDP. The default is US data. And this is also exchange rate. Okay, foreign exchange currency rate. Maybe we can use FRED. I didn't think about that a while ago. So this is, but we have to know the exchange rate for Chinese yuan and Philippine peso. This is Japanese yen and US dollar. Okay, the exchange rate. Okay, exchange JP, that's Japan, and US. Okay, and we got it from FRED. Okay, so let's first take a look at the GDP. So let's run this, Control Enter. And then we have the GDP data here, GDP. If we run this, if we access this, it's also an XTS as seen by the index here. So that's from January 1, 1947. Okay, 297 entries. Oh, wait, it's 1 of 19, 1 to 19 of 200. Why is it 297 entries? Is it the page? I wonder why it's 297. Is it the page?
Sir, I think the page is not only 290.
Yeah,
because I tried before. It's more, yeah.
Yeah, definitely it's more, because this is. I think it's because this seems to be quarterly data. Okay, GDP here is quarterly data, so that's possible. From 1947 to 2000, that's 53 years, right? 53 times 4, that's 200 something. Yeah, I think this is 297 quarters from 1947. So I think this is correct. Okay, so GDP, and then let's try the exchange rate. This one, get symbols. This is the exchange Japan, US from FRED. Okay, let's see what this gives us. Okay, so we have here this DEX JPUS. Okay, 13,180 entries. This is daily exchange rate from 1971. Now we just have to find if, hopefully there is Chinese CNY and Philippine peso. I don't know if we can get that from Fred, but maybe that can be part of our research. Maybe we can find out if we can get daily exchange rates. But if not, definitely there will be one from Bloomberg. And if you need that, I can also help you get that, Frank.
Sir, thank you. I
Yeah.
think, sir, regarding this function, can we like to choose the date also, like from what day to what day?
Yeah. Okay, let's try. Let's try. I haven't tried the from and to, but let's see. I think we can. So let's see.
Yes,
Comma from is equal to, it should be the year first. Let's say 20. Let's make it 2020, and then let's say one, and then one,
Sir,
comma.
Sir, do you need to put zero in front?
The quotation.
No, no, I'm just wondering, do we need to put, so never mind.
Okay. Why? What was your question?
No, my,
Okay.
no question, sir.
So let's try this, 713. I'm not sure if we have to put 07. Maybe we have to put 01 here. Maybe let's see. 01, 07. Okay. Okay, then we got it. So this one, oops, wait. Did it overwrite? From 2001, 2020, January to 2021, let's see. Did it overwrite it? Oh, not yet. It's still 1971.
Sir, you need, sir, I think we need to write get equals to forex point exchange, comma.
Sorry.
After 2021, July 13,
Yeah.
we also need to write get
Comma.
equals to
Get. Is it get?
uh
Maybe you can type
get.
the.
get yes get equals to how to call that one? Yeah, like the date before we add symbol like.
Did
and,
you did you try it?
I haven't tried, sir. I'm watching. I'm
Yeah.
watching your video, sir.
But this is the symbol for the exchange rate. This is
yeah.
the.
Do we need do we need to write get equals to exchange rate, like exchange rate in the get?
I don't think so, because it's already here, get symbols. Get symbols, and what we need to get is the exchange rate between. Okay, let's try this.
Oh yeah.
Let's try this. Let's create an object out of this. Let's say EX1. Okay. So I'm calling this an EX1. It's exchange rate between Japanese and US from Fred from 2020 0101 to 2021 713. So let's get the structure of EX1. Let's see if this is a valid code. Let's see.
It works.
Okay, but it's only a character.
Same. Oh yeah. It's on your card.
Yeah, it's only a character. Let's see. Yeah, it did not, it's not the, okay. So this is wrong. So get symbols. Okay, let's see. Let me remove the zeros here. Let's see if it will change. Let me first run this. So do we have EX1 now? Okay, this is only returning a character. This is only returning a character. So which means something's wrong with our code. Okay, let's, okay, if we don't get it, Frank, I'll put here some question marks, okay? Okay, so that I'll review this, and then once I get the answer to this, I'll immediately PM you in Messenger. Okay, Frank, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm listening, sir.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll just get water, okay? Give me a minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for waiting, Frank. Hello?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, so there are some things that we need to work on. For example, and I really appreciate your questions, very good questions, because with your questions, I'm also learning, okay? Because I have never explored this, where I only get for stock prices, I do this. That's why I'm wondering why this is so. Okay, let me just to put this into context, okay? So it actually came from this one. Okay, let me create an object called O1. Okay, if I remove this, Okay, if I remove that, if I don't insert the date, let me see if it will work. O1, object 1. Oh, it's also a character. Okay, so I need to look into this. O1. Should it then be, let me see, what we're looking at. It didn't work a while ago. Okay. Anyway, the structure is related to this one, to the exchange rate. Okay. Sorry, Frank, I can't answer that now. Okay. So, but I promise to explore this
Thank you, sir.
and give you the answer because that is very valid. Suppose you don't want to get the whole data. You just want a partial data from using specific dates. Okay. So, okay. So if we continue now, okay, we looked at this a while ago, and then for this one, okay, yeah, we were able to download the U1 and then the peso exchange rate. Okay, then we finished this one. Okay, for this one, a while ago, what we did was to automatically uh, ask Quantmod via the get symbols function to generate this object spy. If we download, if we just use the get symbol spy, okay, and then if we don't include this auto.assign is equal to false, if we don't include this, it will automatically create an object called spy. However, if we want to create another object to represent spy, for example, this one, it's small letters. So I'm creating an object called spy, which is actually the set of prices of this. Do you know what SPY is? It's also an exchange traded fund which tracks also S&P 500. Okay, so SPY, what was that spider? Anyway, so here I have to write here auto.assign is equal to false. Okay, so I have to write is equal to false because I'm creating this object to represent the prices of the ticker symbol SPY. Okay, so let's run this. So it will create now an object called SPY and small letter. Okay, so if I access this, so these are the SPY OHLC volume and adjusted prices, and you see the index. Okay, and it's also an XTS object. Okay, but the name of the object is SPY, small letter PY. Okay, so if you want to create another name, another object for your XTS, then you can use this. You can assign a name to it, but you have to insert this auto.assign. Another way to do that is use this environment is equal to null. Okay, you can also use this. Two ways to use it, but I prefer this one because it's more intuitive, it's more direct, and it's more easily understood compared to environment is equal to null. So let's also run this. So here we're getting the price of Johnson & Johnson's, okay? And we gave it a name, small j and j. Okay, if we run this, control enter. Okay, so R created an object called j and j. Where is that? What happened? Oh, did I erase it? Control enter. Okay. Where's J and J? Here's J and J. So these are the prices of Johnson and Johnson's. Okay. Okay. As I said here. Okay. Maybe I should. Let me just close this. Then. Okay. So turning off the auto.assign is useful if you want to assign the data to an object yourself. So you want to give it a name. So you can use either this environment is equal to null or auto.assign is equal to false. Okay, so this is another one, Quandl. This is another data source. Okay, I gave here some notes. It's a data service that provides access to many financial and economic data from various providers. Many data sets can be accessed for free, but some require paid subscription. So Quandl provides an API. Okay, have you heard of this API, Frank? Application Programming Interface. I have written it. Okay. Or API. So it allows us to import data from a wide variety of languages, including Excel, Python, Ruby, and of course R. The R package, yeah, it's called Quandl. Why didn't I think this is repeated? And contains a function that you will learn to import data. So we'll learn it here now. Okay, so let's get the data, the unemployment data from Fred. Okay, so let's create this series name unrate. This is unemployment rate, and then get symbols series name source is equal to Fred. Okay, so this is using Quantmod. Okay, we're going to compare. So let's run this, Control Enter. So here we have an object called series name. Here, series name, if we click this, series name unrate, get symbol, series name, source is equal to Fred. Then let's print series name. What's wrong with my code? Get symbol, series name, source is equal to Fred. Then we should be able to access that. Okay, sorry about this, Frank. Let me check. Why am I not getting the answer? Okay, sorry. My mistake. It's in unrate. No, I was looking at series name. Okay, series name. It's the object that we use to name the unemployment rate. This is the name of the variable in Fred. Okay, so if you want to get this, the unrate, I have to click this. So it's an XS object also. So this is the unemployment rate, and it gives us its monthly data. Okay, you see this monthly data, January, February, March, from 1948 up to, okay, so it's up to June 1, 2021. So the July data is not yet here. Okay, because we're still at July 14. Okay, so is it clear? Frank, am I going too fast?
Yes, sir.
Clear or too fast?
Sir, clear, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Sir.
Yes,
Sir.
Yes.
If I could ask.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Frank. Don't be ashamed to ask.
Yes, sir. Where do you usually view the knowledge, sir? From a website, sir?
So for me,
Yes.
what do you mean by knowledge?
I mean the knowledge
Oh,
of
the R. Oh,
Yeah.
uh,
I mean the code. Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes what I do is the package itself has examples. So sometimes I would use that. Normally, what I do is I read the package itself because there are very important instructions there. So that's for me. That's the best way to learn the package. So, uh, like for example, Quantmod. If you type Quantmod, okay, let's type it here.
Uh,
Quantmod. Uh, sorry, was I answering your question?
yes, sir. Well, what about GGPLT2?
Sorry.
What about GGPLT2? GGPLT2.
GG,
The
what's that?
visualization.
Oh, okay.
ggplot2.
ggplot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also.
That one. That one have that one also have, sir?
Yeah. There. Do you know that there are cheat sheets? Have you tried the cheat sheets? So
No,
here
no, sir.
in our studio, if I go to help, there are cheat sheets here. Cheat sheets, for example, cheat sheets for dplyr, for ggplot2, and for others. Okay, but there's no quant mode here. In ggplot2, if you click this, so it will give you a PDF file of some guides on how to use ggplot2. Okay, let's wait for it. So did you see what I clicked?
Yeah, I saw it.
Help, and then cheat sheets. So where is the cheat sheet here? There. Okay. See it, Frank?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, you can. There are some good guidelines here. Okay.
Mm.
And also you can go to the package itself, package instructions. What I do is, for example, Quantmod tutorial, or no, Quantmod, yeah, let me see, package, documentation, for example, package Quantmod. If I go here, so here, so it gives us information. There are 104 pages here. So this was developed by, for example, this was developed in December 9 or updated in December 9, 2020. It's for quantitative financial modeling framework. The version is 0.4.18, and you have the authors here, Jeff Ryan. This one, Joshua Ulrich, is very famous because he has written several packages already. This one, see,
Oh,
Joshua Ulrich.
oh, I
Yes.
see, sir.
Okay, and then here are the documentation. Okay, so these are the functions that are available. For
Mm.
example,
Yeah.
here, and then you can go to the individual functions. Okay, some are very helpful, some are not.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, for example, for this one, okay, for this function, add directional movement index. Okay, so what's that for?
Mm-mm.
So there, it will give you examples. For example, add x, n is equal to 14, MA type is equal to, then it tells you that there are 3 arguments here, n, MA type, and the Wilder. So should Wells Wilder EMA be used? So this means that well, you should be familiar with what's EMA, what's because this is a package that's really used for those who do use this these functions. Okay, this was written by this particular, I think this particular function was written by Jeff Ryan, and there are other references. Okay, it's more of a by function. So, for example, this is add Bollinger Bands to chart. Okay, so you can have an
Yes, sir.
example here. Okay,
Mm-mm.
so that's how I really learn also from the packages. That's one good way. And aside from that, there are also many YouTube YouTube videos, many tutorials also. It would be good also to spend some time navigating through YouTube and looking for people who do tutorials about a particular package.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I'm sure with your desire to learn, I'm sure it will be easy for you to really hone your skills in for example, R. How did you learn Python?
Sir, I was forced to learn it because it's a little bit related with my work.
Oh, I see.
I get that's why I asked a while ago. I sometimes get different data, and I really need to analyze it and use
Mm,
in the real world. Yeah, and do some comment and use it in the reality. That's why
yeah.
I was forced to learn it. Yes, sir.
Well, that's it's what you call a good force. You are forced to learn it. But
Yeah,
it's
yes,
a
sir.
skill that you can use later on, definitely. Especially if you're in a field where you do some data analysis. Python is really very powerful. And what's
Yes,
good
sir.
with you is that you know MATLAB also. That's also assume, as you said, it's it's even more powerful than the functionality is even more powerful than R and Python.
Yeah. Regarding for the finance, I, I, I saw someone use MATLAB to create a real model. It can predict.
Mm.
I mean, for the not like not only predict, but it's like a wonderful model.
Oh,
They
wow.
created
Oh,
with
that's good.
MATLAB.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, sir.
So you know R, you know Python, you know MATLAB. Wow, it's a powerful
Sir,
combination.
sir, my skills is not enough.
Yeah, but at
I
least,
just learn from a website. Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
good, Frank, because that means that you're really interested to know it, and that's really more important now. Your attitude that should carry you.
Uh, yes.
Your
My weak.
desire to learn.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, sir. My weakness is I don't know how to interpret it. I don't know how to explain the output.
Yeah,
That's my
but
weakness.
yeah, some of that you learn as you go along. Okay, you because you don't become a data analyst in one day.
Uh,
As you go along,
yeah.
you learn the tips and tricks of the trade.
Yeah. Yes. Sir.
Maybe also for data analysis, it's also important to learn, for example, machine learning.
Yes. Can we do
Or
machine learning in R, sir?
yeah, of course. Yes.
Oh,
You can do
they
machine
also have
learning
a
in R.
function.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
maybe we can include that as part of our discussion.
Wow.
Anyway, since our
Wow.
subject is
That's cool.
about software, about the use of software in an analysis, then would you like to include that maybe as a session? We can
Yes,
do.
sir. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Okay, good.
I, sir, especially for the visualization, sir.
Hmm. Okay,
Especially
so
for the,
okay,
yeah.
we'll include ggplot. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have you used
ggplot.
dplyr also before?
Uh, I, I'm familiar with matplotlib and scalar in Python. No,
Hmm.
I mean, not so familiar, but I know that one.
Okay, it's for
G-
you asked me before
yeah.
about SQL.
Oh, yes, SQL.
Yeah.
Sir, is that possible for for a
For
beginner to create a big database in SQL?
SQL is just structured query language, so it's just it's it's really more on data wrangling. So you have a database, and then you want to get a subset out of it, or you want to clean the data, or you want to manipulate it, or you want to do some we call it wrangling. You can do that in R using dplyr.
I see, sir. Sir, for
Maybe we
example,
can also include that also, the ggplot2 and the dplyr.
sir, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No problem. You're my friend, Frank.
Yes, sir. You are my teacher, sir. My
No,
professor, sir.
I would rather want that
Sir.
you consider me as your friend. Okay?
Uh, Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
good. That's good. I appreciate that because if
Yeah,
you treat me as a teacher, uh, I don't know. Maybe there's this still barrier, okay, between us. But if we treat each other as friends, just learning together in this journey, then we are more open to each other, right?
yes, thank you, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
Okay, but you know, I would also appreciate seeing your picture because I haven't really seen how you look.
Uh, yes, sir.
Yeah,
I
maybe
believe,
one time we'll
yeah.
use the we'll also use the camera so that we
Sir,
can.
sir, I saw you before in one class,
Oh, really?
before pandemic,
Really?
yes, in corporate finance. You there are a professor who teach in Taiwan before, and he practice in our class in corporate finance. You are the one listen his class and ask him about a model that is maybe CEPM model. No. Oh, I forgot what model is it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
maybe see a graph. You ask him. You listen his class, and
So
you will sit there.
he did demo
Uh,
teaching.
yeah, he did more teaching. I was the one sit behind you.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I saw you before. Yeah, I saw you before, sir. Yeah, yeah,
I'm sorry, I forgot your face. I didn't notice.
yeah.
Am
I
I
saw you before,
forgiven?
sir.
Am I forgiven
You
about
you
that?
sir. You are very professional. I
Oh,
yeah. I saw you speak. You talk with uh, professor each other. You know, very professional
oh,
in
thank you,
finance.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you,
Thank
Frank.
you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Okay, so let's spend a few more minutes and then we call it a night because maybe you still have things to do. We will limit our discussion, Frank, every Wednesday. You said you want to start at 7, then maybe we can end at 9:15, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, because
Anytime.
I know
Yeah.
you
Thank you,
still
sir.
have work tomorrow and you need also to prepare or to relax. Okay, but
Yes, thank you, sir.
we will have to find time to meet one time and then have coffee and then exchange stories because I want to learn more about you as a friend.
Uh, Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you. I
Okay.
want to meet you too, sir.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yes,
I
sir.
need to also get out because I think I'm gaining weight just by sitting here in my desk. What's your weight,
Yes,
Frank?
sir.
What's your
My
weight?
weight is 90 kilo.
90 kilo. 90 kilos. So that's around 190 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your height? How tall are you?
6'2".
Oh, oh. Aren't you planning to replace Yao Ming in the Chinese Basketball Association?
Not yet.
But you do play
Yeah.
basketball. You're very tall.
Yeah, I like play basketball before. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
6'2", you're quite tall. No?
Yeah.
And your weight is okay because maybe you're quite muscular at 190.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, sir. Like, there are Yeah, they are. Maybe they are going to have a vaccine offer this in the ISU. Maybe August, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just continue this, and then maybe we'll end after a few more codes here. Okay, so this is all about Quandl. Uh, so a while ago, we used the Quantmod in order to get the unemployment rate from Fred. Okay, if we're going to use Quandl, okay, so let's create an object called Quandl code. The uh, the we call this let's call it the ticker symbol that we need to use is Fred, then / unrate or unemployment rate. And then what we do is to create this object, unemployment rate, and then we use the function Quandl. Okay, so in quant mode we use get symbols. In Quandl we use Quandl. So Quandl, then Quandl code, which is the Fred, which is from Fred, and then unemployment rate. So if we run this code, Control Enter. Okay, it's running. Still processing. Okay, so here, let's look at the unemployment rate because that's what we created. Okay, notice, do you notice this, Frank? Unemployment
Yes,
rate.
sir.
Okay, and
Yeah.
there are 882 observations of 2 variables. If you click this, okay, what do you notice? What's the difference between the output that we get from get symbols, quant mode, and then Quandl?
The difference is they have like a date.
Yes. So this is a
Yeah.
data frame, okay,
Yeah.
where the date is also treated as a variable. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So you see that this the date is part of the column, and that means it's a variable. While in the
Yes.
quant mode, the date is it's not a variable; it's used as an index, and that makes the XTS object preferable if you're dealing with time series. Okay, it's easier to manipulate. It's easier to work with XTS as compared to data frames when you're doing time series. Okay, so that's one
Yes, sir.
difference. Okay, all right. For this, for the next, maybe we'll stop. Let's just stop up to okay, up to Quandl here, up to 181. So let's just do this. Some notes here. Okay, so here also we're going to import GDP from Quandl. So we have this object GDP, and then Quandl. We can go get this direct Fred GDP. Okay, so let's run this. So we have here, as I mentioned a while ago, it's a data frame. There are 297 observations of 2 variables. 2 variables because one is GDP and the other one is the date. Okay, so that's that's what happens when you use Quandl. However, you can also, okay, so let's take a look at the notes here. Quandl provides access to a large amount of data series. Okay, so you can look at Quandl. I want, if you have time, Frank, you can navigate through the Quandl website. And Quandl versus get symbols, just like get symbols, the Quandl function can import data into several different classes of objects. It can be a data frame, which is the default, an XTS object or a zoo object, etc. Okay, if you want that the object that you're importing is an XTS, you can do that also in Quandl. So for example, this one, we're also using Quandl, and then we're importing the GDP from Fred, and then we can write here type is equal to XTS. A while ago, we did not write this. And what we got was the result, which was which was data frame. Okay, but if you want an XTS object, you can just write type is equal to XTS. So let's run this. Control Enter. So we have here GDP XTS. So it's now an XTS object, and we use Quandl. Okay, so in Quandl you can also use there. It's now an XTS object where the date is indexed. And also for this one, it's the same. It's a zoo object. A zoo object is quite similar to an XTS. The differences are really not really that important for us. So this one, when we run this code, so we have this, okay, zoo reg, okay, and then let's see GDP zoo. Let's see how this looks. So where's that object? GDP view GDP zoo. Okay. So this is now your GDP, where we used Quandl. Okay, but we specified that the type should be zoo, and zoo is quite similar to XTS. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, Frank. So let's stop for a while there because this one is already plotting some charts in Quantmod. Okay, we'll continue with this next meeting. Also, after we do this, we will go to, as your request, we'll go to ggplot and also other functionalities in R. Let's focus on those that you haven't used before. Okay, so that you'll be able to expand your learning. Okay, would that be good?
Thank you, sir.
Frank?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very
sure,
much for
sure.
this. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I enjoyed our discussion together. I enjoyed this learning process.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, all right. So I'll end the recording. Stop recording.